Good morning, and welcome to this virtual trade mission. My name is Edward of TradeTech Solutions, and I would like to explain how we have worked together with ICC Ukraine to develop their global export promotion program. I should say at the outset that this presentation is focused purely on B2B opportunities. At both organizations, we have extensive experience in international trade and with working with SMEs. In discussions which started over a year ago, we looked specifically at problems that SMEs face when considering entering international markets. It should be no surprise that although there are some differences between the challenges that companies from different countries faced, the major difficulties were exactly the same. Therefore, we concluded that if we could arrive at solutions to these barriers to trade, we would be creating a model that could be created on a global scale, provided that the solutions themselves can be replicated on a global scale. Apart from our own internal discussion, we reviewed papers from different organizations from different countries that analyzed why SMEs in their country were not realizing the international potential that the authors believed existed. These papers came to the same conclusions that we had made. However, although recommendations were being made to improve the business environment, there was not the breakthrough solution that we believe we have formulated. Therefore, at this point, I think it would be helpful to see the common barriers that we determined all SMEs have to deal with.
First, we looked at the reasons you can see here that we were given by SMEs for not exporting. And we did not find them to be valid. I won't go into the reasons here why they are not valid. You can read them for yourselves in the export guide I will describe later in the presentation and which you can download after the presentations are made.
However, this is not to say that there weren't valid reasons for not exporting. There are genuine challenges which we define and then resolve later in the presentation.
We decided the first step to take was to publish a simple, practical guide to B2B international trade. This is to show SMEs that there is a clear way to covering the complete export journey. This will be available for download from the booth in the exhibition hall later today and is free of charge. It is currently in English, but a Ukrainian language version will be available in the very near future. Once you have downloaded the guide, you should then complete the export readiness checklist. It should only take you a few minutes. You'll find it as Appendix 1 in the guide. At this stage we want to set expectations. The magic wand does not exist. Entering export markets will require time and resource. Admittedly, a lot less than in the past, but you still have to have commitment from your management team. This guide and the checklist will help you decide whether exporting is for you or not. You're not a bad person if you decide it's not for you. Anyway, let's now look at the 6 genuine challenges that SMEs have to face when entering international markets.
These are the 6 genuine challenges we have identified which SMEs have to overcome. Connecting buyers and suppliers. Communications. Risk reduction and management. Logistics and supply chain management. Costs, finance and pricing. Documentation and digitalization. When faced with all of these challenges, it's understandable that the majority of SMEs just don't even bother to try. Furthermore, many of those that do try to start the process give up because they don't see how they can come to the end of the journey. The reasons for this are often that they do not have access to, or are unaware of, the services that could help them. It is also true to say that part of the portfolio of services that we have assembled was not available in the past, or at least not at costs affordable for SMEs. Let's now look at these 6 challenges in a bit more detail.
Connecting buyers and suppliers. There are a number of solutions to this challenge. SMEs can greatly extend the reach of their website through the publication of multilingual microsites. I'll show you an example on the next slide. The virtual trade missions. They cost very little to attend and nobody has to travel or set up physical stands. They are also very easy to replicate, both for attendees as well as the organizers. It is simple to organize 12 to 20 over a 12-month period, giving SMEs a great choice of which ones to attend. We also offer a business matching service. Here companies define their ideal partner for a specific country or set of countries, and we provide business leads that match their requirements. Communication. The most cost-effective solution is to write, or speak simply and use the artificial intelligence solutions available. Risk reduction and management. Most SMEs do not have the experience or the skill sets to manage cross-border risk. However, the guides, training modules and consultancy services that we can make available can easily cover any lack of in-house expertise. Before looking at the next 3 challenges, let me take you on a slight detour to explain better what a multilingual microsite is. You should know that 75 to 85% of Europeans never use a foreign language to search for or buy a product online. Therefore, unless your website is in multiple languages, and English is not enough, you will not be found. Therefore, we offer a low-cost multilingual microsite service. The SME simply completes a series of forms in their own language, with a guide how to write any free text, and the service automatically translates this into 35 languages. You can see the current language list on the left-hand side of the slide. On the right-hand side you see the example of our own multilingual microsite. It consists of 5 tabs. Company introduction and profile, partners and suppliers, which companies interest you, contacts in your company, registered details, products and services where you can detail specific products and services you want to promote. You can make any changes as often as you like, there is no extra charge. Okay, back to the remaining 3 challenges to be resolved. Logistics and supply chain management. This simply was too complex for most SMEs to deal with. However, these challenges can be easily remedied with access to the right online tools and software, or by contacting the right freight forwarder. Any requirement for in-house skills can be managed with suitable training. Costs, finance and pricing. Again, online tools can be provided to help calculate costs and determine pricing. For finance, we can suggest solutions, especially for trade finance requirements. Documentation and digitalization are all much more difficult and costly to manage than for domestic trade. Again, it is a matter of explaining who can provide the solution that they need. Do bear in mind the template documentation service that ICC provides. Any solution to have widespread success has to deal with all of these 6 challenges, not just 1 or 2. And that, together with costs, has been the problem, until now. The secret lies in the packaging of a series of individual services. It is no accident that we have invited the companies we have to this virtual trade mission. They provide many of the individual solutions to the challenges outlined above. They cover digitalization services, logistical solutions, training modules offered by DHL Go Trade, supporting the training services offered by ICC itself, tax and tariff solutions, export finance and export strategy support, company representation in the UK. Plus there are all the support services provided by ICC and the information resources that are made available through TradeTech Solutions' own websites, for example the Exporters Almanac, the AEO directory. You will hear more about authorized economic operators later today. Of course, not everything online is safe and secure. The digital world holds its own dangers. That is why we have DataMe making the final corporate presentation of the day covering cybersecurity considerations.
So, what we are proposing is a comprehensive package of services to SMEs, which resolves all of the key challenges. The solution is fully flexible and allows SMEs to go at their own pace. They decide which services they want or need to use and can ignore the others. Also, we have ensured that these services are all easy to access and use. Not only that, they are low cost and in some cases free of charge. What's not to like? So, in summary, we believe that the package we have put together with our partners will enable SMEs enter new markets. We recommend that you take the first 2 steps. Download and read the guide. Even if you are already exporting, you may find sections of it of interest and practical use. Complete the readiness checklist. Decide if you are prepared to put the effort into opening new markets. It's a lot less than you may think, but it is necessary. Subscribe to the multilingual microsite service. Be realistic. Generating new sales takes time. Support services can and will be provided, but you have to make the sale. At this point, I've finished my introduction to the ICC's Global Export Promotion Program. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you every success. If we can be of any assistance, do contact us. All our contact details are in the guide. I'll now take my leave and wish you a useful and enjoyable rest of the day.